Hey everybody, it's Jennifer Beaumont Whyte here again, and good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, no matter where you are in the world. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the BU interview with me, Jennifer Beaumont Whyte, and my special guest, my very good friend, Olga Pavlova, and she's the Integrated Autism Solutions Specialist, which is a really amazing title for an amazing woman. Now, she is really passionate about bringing positive solutions to families with children on the autism spectrum and other similar conditions, including and inclusive of bringing it, working with their siblings and their parents as well. So it's like an all-round, holistic, integrated solution for children with autism. She lives in Switzerland with her 4 girls and partner, and she's going to be telling us about, she's going to give us 3 tips on when change happens and how to deal with it with ease and with grace. Now, we'll be looking and delving into her story in a moment, but first I need to do a little bit of housekeeping. Now, if you've not met me before, I am Jennifer Beaumont Whyte. I'm known as the Emotional Freedom Specialist, and I'm an intuitive business coach. My mission is to help my people to achieve their heart's most wanted desires, help them to clear their emotional blocks around money, creativity, confidence, and love and success, and move from being stuck to having the courage to be irresistible, move from fear to love, and to gain the courage to be authentic and real, living life on their own terms and making a difference, making the world a better place than they found it by doing what they love. Now, first I'd like to ask you, if you love what you're seeing here, please share, leave a comment below in the comments box, and I encourage you to share our work in the world. And if you have any questions for both of us, for both Olga and myself, please put your questions in the comments box and we'll return to answer them for you, which we'd love to do. Please share and spread the word so others can learn and gain some benefit from our conversation, which is going to be really interesting. And most important, please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more interviews, information and inspiration to help you become the best version of you and help you to keep on doing what you love, because you're beautiful and unique and the world needs what you have to offer right now. Talking of which, welcome to Olga. It's an absolute honor to have you here on my show, on my program. And yeah, fantastic. Welcome.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you for inviting me, and thank you for this opportunity as well to share with your audience what I'm doing and as well some lessons that I learned on the way.
Oh my gosh, some really, really juicy lessons that I think people can get a lot of benefit from. So first of all, Olga, could you just explain to our audience how we actually met, and the little story around that?
Oh, yes. I just shared with you the photo that reminded the question, do you remember how we met? Actually reminded me how we met, and meeting you inspired me a lot. I seeing your sparkly eyes and bubbly energy and all that. And it was business show in Hastings, organized in Azure, and we had a nice audience, and then you were there. So that's how we met. Then I was doing my business coaching at that time, and I was serving people to start the businesses and to move forward. And now I'm doing completely different.
Something completely different. But you're bringing all the skills that you've learned through your years of study and everything to what you're actually doing now. And I remember meeting you and thinking, oh my God, this woman's got it going on. She's, really professional and really well presented, really polished. And she's doing her business in another language, which always freaks me out when people have a second language that they're doing something, doing their job in. And I just thought, you're just an amazing woman, really amazing. And then I found out about your background. I thought, oh my God, you're just up there in the stratosphere, in the cosmos, never to be reached. So well done. So thank you so much for being here. It's just an honor to have you on my show. And could you just tell us a little bit about your entrepreneurial journey, moving from, you explain your journey to now, yeah?
Yeah, thank you. I think my entrepreneurial journey started really early in my life when I was a child, and I was fascinated by herbal remedies and herbs.
Mm-hmm.
And in summer, I used to collect herbs here and then sell them to the herb pharmacy. So that was my step number one.
Wow.
Giving me some pocket money, and which was quite good for that time.
How old were you then?
Like 9, 10, 12.
Oh my gosh, way back then. Well done.
Yes, and I grew up and I was born in Lithuania, which was part of Soviet Union, and commerce these times really didn't existed. So I was
so you're a real entrepreneur, a real like blue ocean person. Yeah.
I didn't knew that I was doing commerce. I was just doing what I really liked, collecting those herbs.
Doing what you love, which is what we're all about.
And then Lithuania and Soviet Union fell apart and Lithuania became an independent country, and I'm originally from Russian ethnic background, and suddenly over 1 year we needed to move from being main language Russian to being main language Lithuanian, which is completely different languages, like Russian and English.
Oh, wow.
And doors for my, let's say, career after school, they were sort of not exactly closed, but they slightly were tied to open.
Wow, that's the change. That's a huge change. I mean, that's really like not catastrophic, but real, like a new world change, isn't it? From one planet to another overnight, more or less.
It was like I was on one planet and then suddenly, boom, you're on another planet, and like, hello, now there is a big change. Just do whatever you can.
Yeah. You have to keep going. My gosh. Okay.
And then obviously, economy collapsed in Lithuania. Factories and businesses and everything was just closing, and most of the people were living. I don't even know how they were living because there was no money.
Oh my gosh.
And money was changing and the economy was just crushed totally. And I saw here opportunity to have a small commerce between Russia and Lithuania. So I started to have my entrepreneurial journey as well, selling things that were enough in Lithuania, not enough in Russia, and vice versa. like a chainsaw from Russia to Lithuania. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's a little bit of underground commerce going on.
It wasn't underground, it was already official, and it was...
Oh, right. Okay. Oh my gosh, so it's thinking outside the book, just exactly like an entrepreneur, see what's needed in the market and supply and demand. Yeah.
So I was then 18 years old.
Fantastic.
Selling some clothes and chainsaws for cutting trees, and it was really interesting. Some men who were buying that or who I was supplying, they were like 18 years old selling that. Yes, and a little TVs. Yeah, that's a bit odd, but it was fun. For me, it was just fun. Something that, okay, let's try. What's going on? What's going on here? I still couldn't understand what was going on because changes were happening almost every 3 months. Something was changing.
Wow.
It was fascinating and scary.
You kept going, and you just didn't bat an eyelid, just thought, okay, what's the next step? So fantastic.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you're 18 and you're doing all of this commerce, import, export.
Yes.
Kind of. So what was the next level? What was the next thing?
Then I started to have a managemental job in wholesale and retail and some sweets and confectionery. Mm-hmm. And then I got married. And my husband, after some time, decided to see how it is if we're going to move to England.
All right. Okay.
And we moved together to England, just me, him, and 2 suitcases without English. And it was in 1998, so exactly 20 years ago.
Wow.
And actually exactly almost 20 years ago, because it was on the 12th of May. So I'm going to
celebrate your anniversary of landing here. Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And you're
And
actually currently in Switzerland, though, aren't you? So you have made
now,
changes along the way. So yeah.
yeah.
So in England, you had entrepreneurial journey
Yeah,
challenge.
so in England, we came, me, him, two suitcases, no language. We actively started to learn language and look around what we can do. It's like, what we can do? I don't speak any English. What can I do? And I'm missing my sausages from home. And I'm missing my bread. And I'm really missing those, I don't know, cottage cheese and herring and this traditional food that it's not available in UK. It's
Yeah.
like, where can I find it? Where can I find it? And then, maybe I should open a shop. Then I'm talking to my husband, maybe we should open a shop. Yeah, it's a good idea. Let's open a shop.
Yeah. That's very similar to what happened with my my parents' generation, who came over with after the Second World War in the early 50s, 60s. It was the first thing that we needed was our favorite food,
Yes.
and it was people supplying it in places like Brixton and Peckham, and we'd hunt down places and people that we have to eat, and we're not familiar with English food, so yeah, let's find these people who are supplying to us. So well done from coming in on the other end to supply it for your people as well. So yeah, fantastic.
So we opened then our first ever Russian delicatessen shop in East London.
Okay.
It was quite big community of Russian-speaking community, so all people from Eastern Europe, and we share really similar foods and tastes.
Yeah.
And it became really successful really fast. So we opened a shop, and then my family started sort of to fall apart. That's talking about change. And then I already had two beautiful daughters, and family unit sort of was crumbling. And then I thought maybe I'm going to open just for me and girls another third shop, not third, just for me, one shop in Norfolk, in Kings Lynn.
Okay, nice area.
It worked just for me because I then needed to really take control and manage other shops that we opened before, because my husband, he experienced some difficulties, so he couldn't. And quickly, because it's free shops and popularity grows and other people start to be interested in this kind of business, other shops started to ask, where is it, how we can get supply. And I just happened to do a wholesale as well. So there was
oh my gosh,
and wholesale because there was a demand, and I knew how to get it and bring and get all the papers right, have import export down.
Wow, well done. But you're not doing that now. So
I'm not doing that now.
What changed?
Then family dynamics changed, and I had a new family member. I divorced my husband, and I had a new partner, new baby, and still continue with shops and wholesale, really busy. My full head was in between my family and business, because business demanded a lot of attention and a lot of energy, and it was sort of fast growing. At the same time, I needed to grow as fast as it was asking to grow. It wasn't something static that I could just leave it all.
It's like having another child, a business. You have to feed it, you have to look after it, you have to clean it up.
And it was probably growing faster than I was ready, or my family was ready for this baby to grow that big and fast, so fast. And I already had, as I said, third baby in my family and new family. And then 2 years on, the child is growing, everything looks fine, and I'm adapting to my business and family growing, and we have nannies, we have people helping at home. Then suddenly there happened to be changes in my third child's health. Or something was that we couldn't really put finger on. Something was different from what I experienced with my two older children. And the behavior was strange, the normal milestones that child development you have. It's like, okay, this age something happens, this age,
Yeah.
and you sort of see that something, it's not happening, or something even looks like it's regressing. We started to babble, and we started to say first sounds, and mama and papa and something else, but then those words disappeared, and child started to get into loops of sort of not being here.
Wow.
Started to scream constantly, not stop, just day and night, and we couldn't figure out why child screaming, and child couldn't sleep. As I said, she was screaming just
constant
all the time. Any changes, whatever you want to, even change clothes or go outside, it was just bringing meltdowns. And she stopped playing. I couldn't hug her. She started to have like phases when it looked like she's not here, and you just have saliva dripping down on the clothes. And nannies started to sort of move away, go away. It's like, I don't know what to do. I cannot handle. And obviously this added some stress.
So your nannies were actually the people looking after your children while you were at work.
Yes.
Just couldn't handle that neither. So
they couldn't, and they started to move away. And then at some point, my partner, father of my third child, he said, darling, I love you very much. I love you all very much. But all this is too much for me.
Yeah, he couldn't cope.
He couldn't cope. He just collected his things, and he said, I need to move.
Oh, no.
At that time, I realized that, oh, shit happens.
Yeah, shit does happen. Yeah.
And obviously for me already by then, it was quite challenging, and having quite a big business structure that needed my attention was a lot. And having this happening in my family was too much.
Yeah.
My partner leaving was way too much. And at that point, I realized I cannot continue like that. I cannot cope. I don't know what to do. I don't even know what's happening with my child and with me and with family and what's going on.
Oh my goodness.
And in 2 weeks, I'm finding out that I'm pregnant with my child number 4.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So, oh my goodness. So would you say that was the lowest point in your entrepreneurial career, or was there something even lower? Because it's like you're being deserted and you have a problem, a child that you can't even think about, and then there's another one on the way, and you know what that's going to be like, because when you're pregnant, you have to do extreme self-care, and then you have all these other 3 children to look after yourself, plus the fifth baby, the business. Wow, how was that for you?
It was lowest point in my business career. It was.
Yeah.
I realized that I don't really enjoy that business anymore, any longer. And my heart is not singing, and I don't want to get up in the morning, and I don't want to solve another possible problem or find another solution. And I don't really care. And when you know that you don't really care anymore, maybe it's either grown, or maybe you need to do something with it. Or I just realized that my well-being and well-being of my children who I have, they were more important than this business. Yeah. Baby at that time grew out of proportions. I'm really sorry.
What? It happens, and it's happening now.
So I realized that this baby grew out of proportions, bigger than I needed, bigger than I could handle.
Yeah.
And my priorities are, my highest priorities are not there. So really, and I couldn't really handle this all things at the same time.
Yeah.
And I chose my family, myself, and really, at that state, I wasn't able to even think to organize. I've done everything but not to call.
Okay, you need a cushion. Put it under a cushion. Put it in the bin. Put it in the toilet.
I've done it. That's it. So
yes.
Then I realized that's what is important, and I realized at that point that I cannot sell my business or do anything with my business.
Okay.
Selling business, it's a business. And I wasn't capable of doing any kind of business. I was capable to take care of my family and children.
Yeah.
Really quickly, I became bankrupt.
Oh,
My
so
business
you couldn't
collapsed.
sell the business. Nobody wanted it, even though there was demand for the.
I wasn't able to put selling business as a business. My head
Yeah.
was
Oh, okay. So you just couldn't get into that space in your head
there.
to cope with all of the, because it does take a bit of. It's, people think, oh, you could just put up a business for sale, and it's not. It
No,
doesn't work like that at all.
selling business, it's a business.
It's
You
a
need
business
to
in
take it as a
itself.
business.
Yeah. Exactly.
And
Exactly.
obviously, you need to run a business for it to be sellable. So it's
Yes.
already two
Exactly.
businesses. You need to continue running your business so
Yeah.
it's
As a going
sellable.
concern, to have some value to be able to sell it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So very quickly, I became bankrupt.
Okay.
Very quickly, on the same year 2005, I became homeless.
Wow.
And when bankruptcy was fully announced, next day I gave birth to my
What?
child.
What? So it's like one baby was dissolved and another baby was born into the world. It's like,
Exactly.
oh my gosh. Wow.
And in 2 months, we needed to move out of house.
Yeah.
And we were for 2 more months in temporary accommodation. So 4 children, 1
Yeah.
baby and 1 child. By then it was really clear that something really wrong. But we started to get through sort of pre-diagnosis stages, which
Yeah.
take ages. Later, as you know, later my daughter was diagnosed with autism, with global developmental delay, dyspraxia, and many other challenges that sort of add. And she was not talking for 4.5 years,
Wow.
and not really walking, not really sitting. She was falling off the chair and
Wow.
was not able to walk properly. She would just bump into people, chairs, things. She wasn't able to understand where her body is in space.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It was quite
That's
challenging.
challenging. That's challenging. And you're obviously, I know that you're still having challenges with your daughter as well. So tell me
Sometimes,
about
yes.
the transition to where you are now in terms of actually fully running a new business with taking care of people, other families, with the journey that you've been through.
Yes. So being in that space of being single mother on really limited income support, and realizing that really it's not the greatest wish I would like to inherit and give to my children and live the lifestyle, I started to look for solutions for
Yeah.
myself in the first place. And what is it I can do to get myself out of that?
Mm.
First thing, what I realized, the first and most important is to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you don't take good care of yourself, you would not be able to take care of others.
Anybody else. It's the putting the oxygen on you first so that you can actually help other passengers on a flight that's like, in danger kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I realized that I came to the point that I was giving so much to my children and trying to figure out how to help them and what to do, that my health started to decline.
Yeah.
My emotional well-being started to decline. And I realized, okay, now just put your mask on. Really take absolutely best possible care of yourself in the situation as you are right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the situation you are right now, whatever you've done before, that's what brought you, whatever decisions, choices, or something brought you to that, which is really empowering, because then you can do something maybe different.
Yes.
Out of that state.
Exactly, because it is all about the choices and recognizing that's brilliant. You recognize that you did create this, so therefore you can uncreate it and choose something differently and take empowerment for your own self. So, and like take those steps going forward. So well done. Yeah.
Exactly. So then as well, it was challenge what to the next? How can I start business, or how even I can be employed? Because after 7.5 years living in UK, running Russian or Eastern European business, having suppliers, clients and staff, speaking in Russian, talking to your family in Russian, my English wasn't so great.
Oh my gosh, after 7 years, I didn't realize that. My gosh.
I was able to talk, to understand,
Yeah.
but it wasn't on the level of confidence that I could fully express myself and confidently say, yes, I can do it. It's like, I'm not sure, maybe.
Yeah, but you got it. You've got one of that you know what, I'm going to give it a go kind of spirit all the time. You've had that, so yeah, you would naturally give it a go and make it happen. And you're speaking good English now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I decided I need to really find out what can inspire me. What is it I can really love doing, and what is it I'm really good at right now?
Yeah.
Right now, not okay. English sucks. Other things maybe not as good, but what I can do now. And then I remembered that, and not only remembered, I looked around. It's like, what's going on now? What I have now? I have 4 children. Why is it I have 4 children? Because I absolutely love children.
Okay.
I love children. And then I remembered that when I was a child, I actually wanted to be a teacher, or I wanted to have my own nursery. It's like, I already have a nursery. I have 4 children. It's already enough for a small nursery.
You created one. Yes. So.
And then it's like, but with my children like they are now, and Michelle, who has really special needs, and she needs one-on-one attention, I cannot really put her to nursery and go and work somewhere or start other business thinking that somebody else can take good care of her. What is it I can do? Maybe I should open a nursery for children with special needs and for other children. Maybe I can do it home-based childcare. Then I'm at home, my child with me, my other younger daughter with me. Yeah, that may work. And it was year 2008, beginning of February, that I made that curious discovery.
Yes.
And as I said, after bankruptcy, we were moved to really small, tiny housing accommodation.
Yeah.
It was way too small for me to provide any kind of possible childcare.
Yeah.
And really fast, as I made that decision, okay, what can I do? What is it I have right now available to me that I can use possibly to make it happen?
Okay.
And if you go through the road of sort of child minding or home-based child care, you can have training, you can have that, you can have that. It's like, okay, I can have, where is it from I can do this child care? Let me look through the agencies, maybe rent. Okay, after bankruptcy, unfortunately, we cannot help you. Yes, and my bank account and credit rating is not so good. Doesn't work. And then this friend calling me saying, Olga, we have this house in Hastings, this big, huge villa in front of the seafront with the 5-bedroom house with the big...
Oh my gosh, law of attraction.
I'm looking for someone to rent it. Do you know a good person? I'm a good person. I need it.
Law of attraction. How freaky is that? How freaky is that? Oh my gosh. Wow.
Absolutely.
And you put it out there to the universe, you ask, you say, okay, what's possible now? What's possible? Okay, this is possible. Okay, I know something, and then the next thing the phone rings. Wow.
Yes. So
fabulous.
in 6 months, I set up this home-based childcare. I started my childcare training. So same year, 2008, and it's August, I'm moving house. October, I'm already starting inviting other children. End of next year, I done my qualification. End of next year, I already have all the income I needed to generate, and I have extra classes and extra courses for children with special needs.
Yes.
That's what I decided I want to provide. It's home-based childcare, that other siblings as well are involved and included, that it's home cooked meals, and it's especially for those children who need that. and I can do it. Of course I
Yeah.
can do it. Who else if it's not me?
Yeah, because
And
you've got experience. Yeah, and it's blending with the business side of things and the actual mum side of things and all your training side of things, everything coming together to provide a really, really needed service.
Yes.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Then I'm employing other people who, in my setting, who helps me with the childcare, and I'm starting youth coaching, youth leadership coaching diploma for young people with Coaching Academy in London, which I'm totally enjoying. Then I'm starting on a coaching journey, learning different coaching tools and
Yes.
life coaching and business coaching and wellness coaching. And then I'm moving to a healthy diet and healthy lifestyle and making huge adjustments that just makes incredible changes in my daughter's health, well-being, and in a way we stepped on a way of recovery. And when she started to speak 4.5 years old, now she speaks 3 languages.
Wow.
She is bright, beautiful, 15 years old girl.
Oh my gosh.
Fortunate with her.
You did all of that for your daughter. For obviously you brought everything that you knew to be able to get her to be where she is right now.
We done it together.
Yeah.
It's absolutely teamwork, and obviously she was involved all the way, and beautiful trainings that I was able to receive, and as well the help and resources that I was able to access either through training or through online research. Thankfully, we as well had by then really actively developing website. That's absolutely amazing tool.
Yes.
Everything what I could find, I was digging. I'm really good at digging, so I was digging and finding.
Yeah, fabulous. So I'm mindful of the time at the moment. So with that, where you've got to this point where you realize all your skills, you realize what you've got to offer, and you have evidence that what you're doing works, and you have links with all the various agencies that can help to make this happen. So now you've started on a new journey, and if you could just briefly, well, take as long as you like, really. I'm just mindful of your time to explain exactly what you're offering now.
So, thank you. First of all, through the experience, my experience, and as well people and parents who bringing their children to my childcare, we all realizing, and all parents realize that, unfortunately, one tool, one resource, or one technique, or one solution may work for one child, but may not work for another child. And sometimes it's autism spectrum disorder. That's why it associates with the puzzle. It's like a puzzle pieces, that some pieces seems to be missing and something doesn't fit how you think the picture should.
Yeah. And so it's the puzzle tree is the name of the group, or the
puzzle tree camp. It's what I'm organizing now here in Switzerland for children with autism and similar neurodevelopmental conditions.
Yeah.
And it's really much focused on bringing all those pieces together. And it could be a lifestyle change piece of a puzzle. It could be dietary change piece of the puzzle. It could be educational. It could be just somehow helping this child first to communicate their needs, because communication is so important. And if they lack in communication, ability to communicate, we need to help them to learn how to communicate effectively through language or other means of communication, and how to understand as well social clues. And it's up to us as well, parents, to be proactive and really look for solution, because our teachers, our educators, they can do everything possible, but they see your child only so many hours, and they have other children in the class, in the nursery, and they cannot see full picture. They don't see that child from the moment they were born to maybe where you as the parent realize that something doesn't fit, something goes, and you don't understand what. They didn't saw those changes, and each and every change that you are aware of as a parent, and you can teach educators, and you already know what you've done. school done, or what you didn't done, and what maybe it's worth to try. Because as I said, some techniques and some solutions help to one child,
Yeah.
some to another, and sometimes it's synergy of some solutions that we need to look at the full picture, what's going on environmentally, maybe inside the family, maybe outside the family, in school and nursery setting, what solutions and help you're already receiving, what is working, and what maybe could work better.
So you're actually actively teaching the parents to empower them to look for resources through your Pository Camp and the S.T.A.R.S Association, and help them to implement what they're learning as well. So they've got some kind of support system going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we are assessing as well what journey they already went through, where they are at the moment, when is it they were diagnosed, what conditions the child had or have right now, what they already done or didn't done, and we putting plan together and we implementing it together. And we finding solutions, and it could be that they can do things by themselves, or maybe they can involve other professionals from other multidisciplinary team, let's say. So we're looking at those solutions, and we're bringing those to a family and to a child to actually allow changes to happen. And change happens.
Change, yeah, exactly. So how can people get hold of it? Because I'm sure there's got to be people who are watching this who might have a child in a similar situation, or they know someone and they want to get this information of what you're providing to them. So where you're based in Switzerland, so how can people...
based in Switzerland, and as well I'm working online or Zoom or Skype meetings, and we can do assessment remotely. And we as well, if you're based in Europe, we can look for solutions where you are, and I can guide you through steps remotely. Just visit my Facebook page that is going to be below this video, or drop me a line on email. Visit my website for the Pository Camp to have a holiday solution for your child, which is integrated and adapted to your child's needs. But it's not exclusive to your other siblings from your family, or maybe their friends, because as well, sometimes there is belief that children on autistic spectrum, they don't want friends, or they do love friends. They have friendships. They create friendships as any one of us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a human condition. We all want to belong to be. We will all want to belong, to be free, to be loved. So that's my 3 B's. Yeah, fantastic. So obviously, I'll put the information in the description below, and in obviously the post that I'm going to do on Facebook and in my YouTube. So you've actually got some easy ways for people to actually access you as well. You've got a few offers for people to actually connect with you.
The offers you're asking about?
Yes, yeah.
The best offers what I can offer, if you have a challenge with the child inside your family, or you know someone who have a family, I can offer you a couple of packages, let's say, or at least give me a call and organize with me one of the meetings, either crisis solution meeting, where we can get to understand if your family is in crisis, we understand what could be done to make this transition gentler. Another package you can look is just diagnosed family adjustment session. So you know someone who just went through diagnosis and they sort of feel squeamish and they don't know what to do and where to start, just contact me and get to that session. These sessions is I can offer at least short call for free, just to understand if and how I can help you, or who can help you. And then another one, if you go through this video, I give you a special offer, 100 off for the full individual assessment, where you go through assessment of your health, of your family history, of what is already done, and we can put plan into action. So keep in touch through the email or other details that you find on this video.
Yeah, I'm going to add a code to that so people can make it easy. So if they say Jen, JEN, BW1, then they can get the special offer, because then at least they can marry up, because the only place they'll hear that is through these videos and at this point. So yeah, fantastic. That's really, really generous of you, really generous. And I'm really, what can I say, I'm so proud of what you've achieved here, because it's really like a blue ocean strategy. It's something that's really different. It's unique to you. It's you being authentic, bringing everything about you and what you've learned through the years and your experiences, bringing it into a package and an offering to people who are in a really similar situation. And I don't think anybody else is doing what you're doing in the way that you're doing it. So you're truly, truly a live authentic, be you person, just doing your thing and bringing it all together in a true entrepreneurial fashion. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Okay, so do you have time to do the 3 tips that you were going to give us in terms of
time? I have, I think, 5 minutes.
5 minutes is brilliant. So you were going to tell us the 3, what was it again? I've lost it.
Of change happens.
Yeah, three tips on how to handle change with ease and grace when shit happens. Yeah.
Yes. So first of all, be prepared. Be prepared that change happens, shit happens, and you just sometimes need to step over it. And when you run business and life, first thing, it's use what you have right now.
Yeah.
And even if you think that you lost everything, you didn't lost. If you're still alive, you still have something. You still have you and your health. And if you think you lost your friends, you didn't lost friends.
Because they would still be with you if they were your friends anyway. So they're not, they're fun friends. They're not real friends. So you.
And if you lost resources, you can have new ones.
Yes.
They come. So use whatever you have.
Yeah.
Whatever resources, knowledge, experience, expertise, connections, whatever you have right now. If you're going through the challenging times in your personal life, in your business, first use what you have now. Second.
Yes.
Open. First of all, always be open for change.
Be open, accepting. Yeah.
Yes. And be open to learn, be open to receive. And if you think you don't have something, be open to receive that. Ask. Be open to ask.
Yes.
Open to doubt.
Okay.
Open to ask questions.
Yes.
And definitely be open to ask for help.
Yes. Yeah. Ask for help. Yeah. Okay.
And the third one.
Yeah.
Have a support network.
Oh my God, yes. That is so key. That is so key.
Yes.
Yeah.
And even if you think you don't have support network now, it's the best time now looking for who is your support network. Or have a coach, have a professional network, have a business network, become a member of team, of group, join gym.
Yeah.
Just become part of more than just yourself.
Yeah.
We need to start to look for who we are and who we want to associate with. And sometimes we just need to be more proactive to build our own support network.
Yes.
Maybe start offering help to others.
Exactly. It is really strange how things happen, because even if, with your example of being out there with your, just putting it out to the universe to ask for help for the housing situation, and look what happened. Somebody you knew, connected with already, had something, it's things like that. Get yourself out the house, get yourself into the community, get yourself connected with people that are like-minded. So thank you for that. And
I have my beautiful daughter Michelle here.
Okay, hey Michelle. Hello, beautiful.
She speaks now 3 languages, and she came from school. I'm finishing my interview, so I would like to talk to you in 2 minutes after. Okay?
Fabulous.
In 2 minutes.
No, it's just really quick.
Okay, we will finish right now. Okay, so thank you so much. Thanks for the offers as well. And if anybody obviously wants to have the assessments with you and want to talk to you, use the code JENBW, Jen BW1, and Olga will take care of you with the offers that she's got. All the contact details will be in the post and on the YouTube as well. And is there anything else I can say apart from, if you want to have some coaching with me, if you're looking for a coach to support you, as we were just talking about, and have a one-to-one with me, I'm offering discovery sessions of half an hour. All you need to do is to go to my website and book into my diary, and I'll help you to look at your vision, your mindset, your skill sets, and we'll create a strategy for you going forward, shift your emotional energy, and leave the session with a 10-day plan of action to move forward from being stuck to being irresistible. And so go to my website, Jennifer Beaumont Whyte.com, or, which is much easier because the spelling of my name is so crazy, life-change.me, which you'll just get straight on there, and you can download my book, 9 Mistakes That You're Making That Stop You From Achieving Your Most Wanted Desires. And yeah, connect with me, connect with Olga, and we'll help you in whatever situation you are in to cope with those changes. So thank you so much, Olga. I'm really, really happy. Proud of you, so proud of you, and thanks very much, and bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.